Planet of the Fakes for Kids. And Pig. Star. HH. News. Update. Florida mother and grandmother arrested after 9-year-old boy stabbed in back of head. Sep. A Mo and grandmother in Florida have been arrested after leaving 5 children between the ages of 3 and 9 home alone, during which time a 9-year-old boy was stabbed in the back of the head by a 4-year-old girl. Julie Belliard, the 30-year-old mother of the 5 children, left to go to work in the early morning hours on Friday, leaving the children in the care of Marie-Pierre, the 55-year-old grandmother of the 5 kids. But when Belliard needed to get picked up from work in the afternoon, Pierre decided she would go, knowing the children would be left alone and unsupervised in the home, police in Port St. Lucie said. Pierre provided the 9-year-old boy with a cell phone in case of an emergency and instructed him to call her if anything happened. But while Pierre was out and the children were left alone, the youngest child, who is 3 years old, picked up a knife. The 4-year-old girl then grabbed it from the youngest child and threw it across the room and away from the 3-year-old, according to the Port St. Lucie police in a statement on Facebook. Update: mother and grandmother arrested and charged with child neglect on case involving 9-year-old being stabbed by 4-year-old. 30-year-old Julie Belliard, Dobb, the 1st of November 1988, mother of 5 children, was arrested and charged with child neglect for failure to provide her children with the necessary care, supervision and maintain the children's physical and mental health. Julie Belliard was aware Marie-Pierre left the children home alone. 55-year-old Marie-Pierre Dobb, November 30, 1963, grandmother of children, was arrested and charged with child neglect. Pierre knowingly left 5 children unsupervised for about 30 minutes. Julie Belliard and Marie-Pierre are aware the home they live in with the children is in deplorable conditions and the conditions are unfit for human living. Asterisk: the 9-year-old boy was treated and released from the hospital. He is in good health, in the custody of Department of Children and Families DCF. Police learned Julie Belliard, mother of the 5 children, left for work today during the early morning hours and Marie-Pierre, grandmother, knowingly left the 5 children, ages 3 to 9, unsupervised during the afternoon hours, to go pick up Julie Belliard from work. Prior to Marie-Pierre leaving the home, she provided the 9-year-old boy with a cell phone for an emergency. While the children were home alone, the youngest of the kids grabbed a knife, at which point the 4-year-old girl grabbed it from her and threw it. The knife hit the television, bounced off the stand and hit the 9-year-old boy on the back of his head, causing a 1/4-inch to 1/2-inch cut on the back of his head. One of the kids saw that the 9-year-old was bleeding. Called for help, but when he called his mother and grandmother via phone, neither one answered the call. He then attempted to call police but dialed 991 instead of dialing 911. At which point he ran out of the house to the neighbors for help. During the investigation, police noticed the children appeared to be unwashed and unkempt. They had several bug bites on their legs. The Department of Children and Families conducted an independent investigation and the children have been removed from the home. The children are currently in the care of the Department of Children and Families DCF. Prior post. Police are investigating stabbing to 9-year-old by 4-year-old. On September 20, 2019, at around 2:25 p.m., police went to the 200 block of SC Twig Avenue for reports of a stabbing involving a 4-year-old and a 9-year-old child playing with knives. Police learned the 9-year-old child was stabbed in the head and back area by the 4-year-old. The 9-year-old was transported by rescue and flown to nearby hospital. The 9-year-old's injuries are believed to be non-life-threatening. 5 juveniles, ranging from ages 3 to 9 years of age, were inside of the home at the time of the incident. No adult parents were inside of the home at the time of the incident. Detectives are continuing their investigation. Additional information will be provided as details become available. Like, comment, share, subscribe, comment.